It's big, it's bold, it's pretty much in your face. And I often judge large bakkies and SUVs by the grille and by the size of the grille. And to me, I always think of what would this grille look like in your rear view mirror when it comes up behind you on the highway. Well, the Hyundai Palisade, the big daddy of their SUV range, certainly has that presence and certainly is bold. Just picture this coming up behind you in that rear view mirror. You'll get out the way fast. It is their big in the range. It's the American one, if I can call it that. But you look over here. Interestingly, it's got these very slim daytime running lights over here. It's got these stacked headlights. It's just a very interesting, very bold approach, and even got little gills over there to tell you I'm big, I'm bold, I'm massive. You take a look at these massive 20-inch dual color alloy wheels. Again, it makes a statement. Of course, you've got cladding, you've got all those kinds of things. You know what to expect on a vehicle of this sort. Look how long it is. It really is long. And an important feature is the length of the rear doors. And why I say that's such an important feature is, take a look when I open the rear door. You can choose between a 7 or 8-seater version in the Palisade. Interestingly, at the same price. Now, what you've got on this one, of course, is the 2 individual captain's chairs in the middle row. And I really like this feature, I do. So let's just jump in here and show you a few things while we're here. What do you get? Well, you start off with aircon controls for the middle row over here. And that's a nice feature. You've even got seat cooling and warming for these 2 middle seats, which have armrests as well. Look at that. But you've got that. You've got a 12-volt socket over there. And this is a Hyundai trick that has made me look more than once. You've got USBs in the sides of the 2 front seats. So you've got USBs for the middle row. That's always very, very important. You've also got, obviously, lights up top here. Note the 2 separate sunroofs, one over the driver's section and a big one over here over the rear compartment, can I call it that. So that certainly caters for the executive segment, can I call it. And what is really nice is, look here, you can move it right back for limo space in this middle row, or you can pull it forward if you're going to be using the seats behind. Now, talking about the seats behind, let's take a look. Press a little button there. Look at that. Look how easy. And there it slides for you. That is good access to the rearmost seats. That really is. Shall I jump in there quickly? You want to see what kind of space I've got? Let's do that for you. And here we go. Well, start off, there's tons of headroom. They call this 3 in the rear. I would like to say it's more like 2. Now, you saw where that other seat was set. It's sort of in its middle position. So you've got decent legroom ahead of me. Look at the legroom over here in these rearmost seats. This is, for a change, really space for adults in the back row, if that's what you want. And again, you've got USBs right at the back. There are USB-Cs, but it doesn't matter. You've got USBs for the rearmost passengers. That really is a nice feature to have.
My name is Michael Pashut, and I'm the proud owner of Change Cars and the host of the TV show All Things Motoring. But I'm even prouder today to say that I work with Alan Rosenmeyer from Motor Matters, better known as the man with a hat. If you're looking for the best reviews on all new vehicles, Motor Matters. If you're looking for the best deals on new or used cars, changecars.co.za, where every car is sold by a 5-star rated manufacturer approved dealer.
Coming to the rear, again, it's pretty big and bold. You've got the Palisade name across the rear. You expect features like that. You've obviously got a powered tailgate. Now, what you do see here, again, the thing with 7-seaters is, I wouldn't say there's a lot of space in the rear here for luggage with 7 seats in use, but you pull that, boom. And let's do this one as well, just for the sake of it, as a 5-seater. Look here, I could virtually sleep even with the middle seats in place. So what is this? A 3, even a 4 Allen boot for a change? I think it could just qualify for one of the biggest we've had so far on test. Definitely 3 Allen. Press the button to close the tailgate. And let's look at the legends on the rear. 2.2 litre diesel engine. It's used in a number of the other Hyundai models. You know it by now. Puts out 142 kilowatts in this application and 440 Newton meters of torque, which is a lot. H-Track is telling you it's Hyundai's all-wheel drive system as well. So your 8-speed automatic gearbox can put through, does work with all 4 wheels, all-wheel drive, selectable drive modes, which we'll see just now when we're inside the vehicle. On the freeway, the Palisade is an absolute breeze. It is as smooth as they come, as relaxed as they come. I'm doing just on 120 and it's not even 2,000 revs, just to tell you how quietly it cruises. And as massive as a car as it is, it feels like a very solid, very planted, but smaller car. It's just so light and easy to drive. And passengers behind, I think they're having a good cruise. Got one fast asleep in the back over there. That says something normally about the car and about how it travels. So I think this is the perfect car for long distance traveling, long distance holidays. I'd love to get into the Palisade and drive down to Durban or Cape Town right now and do a trip like that. That would be the way I would do it. And that would be the ultimate test in my book for a car like this. And by the way, we're sitting on 8.1 litres per 100, which I think will still drop a little bit more on freeway driving, but that's pretty good for such a big vehicle. Jumping in behind the wheel, it's got everything you expect. I'm not going to show you too much here because I'm sure you're used to seeing dashboards from me before, but what you do need to see is this. As soon as it clicks over, look at that. We've done 447 kilometers on this test so far. And yes, 7.7 liters per 100 average figure for the entire test. And look at that, there's still 485 Ks left in the tank. I think on an open road, pure open road cruise, I got it down to 6.8 on an open road. On a freeway cruise, I think you could do 1,000 Ks on a tank in this if you really take it on holiday or something like that. You've of course got your multifunction steering wheel, and being what it is, you know you've got obviously active cruise control. You've got all your active safety. Again, this is something I don't need to repeat to you and tell you all the time. You've got this burnished effect over here on the dash, on the doors, on the dash, everything. It's a premium vehicle and it shows it every inch of the way, and that's something obviously you would expect at this level and at this price point. But let's look at a lot more of the features. Coming across your massive center screen over here, it's got everything you want, it's got everything you need. You know, again, I don't have to repeat, Android Auto doesn't seem to be wireless unless I missed a trick somewhere along the way, but Android Auto works really, really well. It gives you absolutely everything. You've got your quiet mode that I know Hyundai work with, that the quiet mode you can see is played only in the front seat. So in other words, you can literally not have noise or radio or sound, your music, going to the back seats if you want kids or someone sleeping in the back. Interesting. Just little things like that that Hyundai have added to it. You can see rear climate, separate climate. Now talking about climate, you come down over here, you've got your climate control. It's 3 zones, which is very, very important to take note of as well. Now, over here, you've got what Hyundai call their shift-by-wire system. So there's no gear lever. Press buttons, reverse, neutral, drive, there's park. Let's just put it into reverse quickly and have a look there, your camera system. Because that's also so important. The overhead, the rear, you know what to expect, and believe me, you get it. You've also got a little button you press over there, and look at that, it swings around your 360-degree view. How's that? So it's got all the little tricks, can I call it, and those are important. Those are what you want in an upmarket vehicle like this. Put it back into park, and I'm going to actually turn off the engine quickly and show you a few other things. Here's your drive and terrain selector. I have left it in comfort mode for this entire sorry, I lie, I've left it in smart mode, which in Hyundai speak means the vehicle will decide and pick up your driving habits and adjust the gear shifts to your driving habits. And all I can tell you is it's been so smooth. It's been amazing. There is a sport mode. I really couldn't be bothered. And then you've got your terrains. You've got sand, snow, mud, etc. So that's where obviously the all-wheel drive system comes in. Below that, look over here. Again, for the front, you've got heated and cooled seats, and you've even got a heated steering wheel. Over here, in the center console, you've got an inductive charging pad over there and a USB port, which is very, very useful. And that's what I've used for Android Auto during this test. And you can close it. And look at this effect over here. Very interesting, but it looks very good, looks very upmarket. You have also got the dual height over there, and there's another 12 volt in there yet again. And underneath the armrest, you've got a 12 volt and a USB in there as well. So you've certainly got plenty of them, haven't you? It's a vehicle that they've certainly designed and spec'd to provide pretty much everything you can want out of a large family vehicle. Luxury, comfort. The engine is more than powerful enough for cruising all day long, whether it's to Durban, Cape Town, or wherever you want to go with 6, 7 passengers. I mean, just picture it with 4, basically, with the captain's chairs and that 3+ Allen boot at the back. Again, what more can you want? The gearbox, the 8-speed auto, is ultra smooth. It really is. You just don't feel shifts at all. Gives you paddles, but what for I really don't know. You know me with paddles. So what do you pay for all of this? Well, I'm going to round it off to 1.15 million rand. It's give or take a few rand. You're not going to worry about that. It comes with a 7-year, 105,000 kilometer service plan as well. So 7 years you're covered for, which is also really nice to have and very comforting in that sense. You've got the Kia version as well, which you know about and is very similar in some ways, not in all ways. And of course, Hyundai do offer you the Staria as well, which is more of a bus than a SUV like this one is. You're also obviously price-wise getting into territory that belong to other brands. Somebody said to me the other day, what about a Ford Everest or this? Somehow to me, they're completely different vehicles. Somehow you would go for one or the other, but I don't see that you would be looking between the two. But that's me. It's your choice entirely. 1.144 million rand sounds like a lot, but this is a lot of vehicle for your money. And I would certainly go for the version with the captain's chairs in the middle if I was going for it. Overall, you know it's a Hyundai, you know what you're getting, you know the reliability and the reputation. You need large transport for family, for business, for anything of the sort. You have to put this on your shortlist. Simple as that. For Motor Matters, I'm Eleanor. See you next time.